in the event that you meet an individual that has a similar taste and similar interests as you, regardless of their gender, you can actually establish a platonic relationship with that person and then be able to form bonds. And this is where we get our road dogs from. This is where our best friends from 10, 20 years ago comes from. This is where our lifelong friendships come from. The ones that are there for you when times get tough, and the ones that aid you when you wasn't expecting it to go down that way. And one of the things that I want to talk about with those platonic relationships, because it has to be a platonic relationship. And one of the reasons why it has to be a platonic relationship is because when you start putting physical intimacy in a platonic relationship, it starts muddying the waters real bad. You start having a situation where the one person is going to fall for the other one. It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. No matter how we set the guidelines of friends with benefits and stuff to that effect, you always end up in a situation where one person, for the lack of better terms, catches feelings with another person. And truth is, it's less likely that women have understood the concept of the men who wear their heart on their sleeves kind of thing. A man typically commits to a specific woman, and then if they're supposed to be in a platonic relationship, that kind of messes things up for him, because he actually may have subconsciously committed to this woman. He may have dedicated himself to this woman, and now he's just her platonic knight in shining armor in the friend zone. We've talked about the friend zone a lot on this show. Make sure you go back and check some of our older shows on the podcast. But for the sake of a platonic friendship, physical connection, and a true platonic relationship could actually outlast some of the romantic relationships that do not have the right startup. And the thing is, when you think about this, think back, for those of us that are not Gen Zs, for those of us that were born before 2000, think about the fact that 40, 50, 60 years ago, regardless of how old you are, we were in an era where we would be able to go and hang out with people. We would be able to talk to people and then get to know them with no strings attached and no pressure. That is what a platonic relationship will give you, is that you can get to know somebody on a deeper level with no pressure of physical contact. And you have to realize, on both sides of the fence, actually, there is going to be pressure for physical contact, whether it is pressure from your partner or pressure from your environment. Think about back when we were teenagers, back when we first started dating, those of us who started dating as teenagers. Think about the fact that when somebody realizes that you are hanging around somebody on a regular basis, first thing they ask is, are you dating? Have you guys kissed? There's the pressure right there. If you guys are exclusive to one another or seen around each other on a regular basis, you are pressured by your society. Oh, you guys haven't done it yet. Oh, you should have done it by now. That's not the kind of scenarios that you get when you have a specifically platonic friend. Now, these friends can be there for you through thick and thin for the remainder of your life if you covet that relationship appropriately. Now, one of the ways that you benefit from a platonic relationship is that they're like extended family. These are the people that know the deepest, darkest secrets about you. They know where the body's kept. They know, where the safe is. They know everything about you. They're one step away from being your power of attorney. Something happens to you, they know what's supposed to happen. If something happens to you, they know something happens to you. These are the ones that you can fall back on. And typically, this is where the beginning of your inner circle comes from.